from the country that brought you ninja comes a new show. Okay, he's not really ninja. But anyways, he's kind of cool when he talks to people, and hey, can't tell you he has a beaver too?
You can't forget about me, bro. Check out Tubecast, oh yeah. Haha.
Hey guys, Tazwhole here, Woman Day's old Tubecast. You know what, guys? It's awesome. I was shaking down the tree of Instagram. Yes, I was. I was shaking it down. You know what? I know I'm a podcast and I'm actually a Tubecast, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna shake around, see, you know what, other people out there. And I came out with this awesome. I saw an awesome podcast. Oh my gosh, she's gonna be coming new to you guys soon. But you know what, guys? You stay in touch, and I'll be definitely pinning her links to Instagram down below. But yes, guys, here is Shoes and Boost Tattoos. Yes, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Now, I'm just gonna ask you, okay, so just so my audience knows, so how did you come up with the idea, like, shoes, booze, and tattoos? Like, what do you want to cover? Like, in general, what's your podcast gonna be covering?
Well, the podcast covers everything paranormal, supernatural, anything out of the ordinary. That includes true crime, cryptids, conspiracy theories, hauntings, the whole shebang.
Oh, cool. So, is it kind of like, will it be just you, like, obviously with covering paranormal and stuff like that? I know there's some people on YouTube where they actually read paranormal, like, stories, and actually, like, you know, they actually read things that have been documented, and they read from a script or whatnot. But will it be actually you just doing your own research, or just talking about, like, covering, I'll say, hauntings? I'm just gonna take an example, like the haunting in Connecticut, like covering that on one episode and then going to another one. Like, how are you gonna do that?
Yeah, that's what I do. I'll go from one subject to another. I just take notes and then talk about it.
Okay. Well, that's one thing, because
it's not really scripted.
Yeah, because it can't be scripted, because I'll say this, like, it's hard with pin down paranormal, because the fact is, a lot of it is in history, and if you look at it, a lot of it's documented, but just there's so much information. There's so many things you can go by, because oh my god, who was that one couple that actually, they were paranormal? They were the first paranormal detectives, the Bonnie and Clyde of paranormal. They were the ones that did the
Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Yes. You know them. Yes, the Laurens. Yes. The one that we know, the whole lovely, the Annabelle, and actually, it's not Annabelle. I would say, Raggedy Ann doll. That, you know.
That was actually just my last episode.
Oh, yeah. So, and yes, of course, I see that is a lovely tattoo. I'm like, wow, yes, and that's why it's named Tattoo. So I'll say, okay. Now, this is gonna be off the subject from paranormal. All right, so I'll just say, like, how many hours did that take?
The one on my arm was about 5 hours so far.
Whoa. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, so where are you broadcasting? Where are you coming from?
I'm from Youngstown, Ohio.
Oh, Youngstown, Ohio. Nice. So with the whole, I know with podcasting, the idea, like, I know it takes you know, time to actually get all this shit sorted, but yeah, how long have you how long have you been doing this?
I've only been actually doing this for less than a month. My first episode premiered actually the 5th of March.
5th of March.
But it works for about 6 months.
Alright. So, I ask this to everyone, but I'll say this, like, probably the people at home are wondering, but, what is your why? Like, why are you doing, like, what made you, like, I want to do a podcast? You know, what made you want to get into that?
Well, I love this stuff. And I don't really have anybody to talk to about it. My husband, I tried talking to him, and his eyes just glaze over as I'm talking about it. So I figured to start a podcast, and I could talk about it as much as I want.
That's kind of like me when my girlfriend talks horses. I'm like, yes, sweetie, it's a horse. No, there's different kinds. There's different. Oh my god, there's this and a Siberian and all this other shit. And I'm like, I don't understand. Yes, honey. Yes. just say yes. My brain is turned off, but I'm saying yes. It works. It does work at work. Trust me, guys. Don't do that work. Just saying. so I'm gonna say so I have to say like I'll have to say probably when it comes to when it came down to the paranormal, getting into it in the first place, like how did you doing your research and getting into when you're just looking at some of the topics really got you into it? Like, did you actually start from one place and then just kept on going and it got an interest in it?
Well, you mean initially before podcast was a thing, or when I
before like how?
Oh, I mean, scary movies kind of got me into it. My mom let me watch them as a little kid, and I've always loved them. And then, you know how you see the movies that say based on a true story. I wanted to know that true story.
Anyways, I had a cough. Sorry. Sorry. I had a cough. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just saw The Nun, and I don't know about. Okay, I'm an 80s kid, so I love the older stuff. And then I see the newer horror, and I'm like, wow, they're really not trying. Because I'll say a lot of the slashers, it's they're either rebooting them or they're remaking them, and they CGI the crap out of them. And I'm like,
yeah,
I can understand that they CGI because obviously you weren't able to do stuff as you were back then as you were now. But I know in a lot of movies, some of the paranormal movies that are come out based upon, I think the last one I seen was probably the last one that's based on a true haunting was probably Haunting in Connecticut. I know that is probably blasphemy among you horror watchers or among you paranormal watchers, but yes, I'm sorry, I don't watch a lot of movies because I'm a pussy. Anyways, but I've been told that, I
like that movie.
Yeah. Well, I was actually I actually watched this thing on History. It was on the History Channel. Yes, guys, I'm not no sponsorship whatsoever. Sorry, guys. But, yeah, there's, I was watching, they were kind of doing a reenactment type thing. But
yeah. There's
been so many different, there's been the original, and then they came with the reenactment, and then they came up with another one. So I'm a lot of times, I don't know if it's they actually say it based on true events or not, if it's real or not, because they say it all the time.
Oh, I got a cough.
It's okay. It happens.
Sorry.
It happens, guys. It happens, guys. But no,
somebody at that wedding Saturday got everybody sick.
So. Oh yeah, that's not good. Yes, guys. Just to be clear, if you do podcasting, if you do any public speaking, you always have some water or you have something with you because you're gonna need something to drink. Trust me, I have mine right here, but I can't show it on the screen because I don't want to be sponsored or anything. I don't want to be, I don't want them going, drink that? No, oh my god, by his brand, man. And I'm like, really? Are you fucking kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me? But no, there's a lot of movies that are coming out, based on true events, and I'm like, how do I separate that between the ones that aren't?
Well, it'll usually say based on true events, but it's never, every single thing is exact. It can be based on true events, but it could be a completely different story that they're telling, and just parts of it are true parts.
Yeah. Because I know...
That's the fun part, is figuring out what's real and what isn't.
Yeah, but me, it's I'll say this. I'm not I have to go back to my high school years now. Yes, guys, I was a goth. Oh god. Anyways, guys, I'm oh yeah. People say, hey, my friends recently hey, you know what? You got a Ouija board. And I'm fuck you and that shit, man. I'm not playing with that. I'm not playing with that shit. I'm as I know, those things freak the fuck right out of me. Ouija boards, they scare the crap out of me. I can't. Alright, I remember, there's been so many things, I'm not sure the origin of it, but they came out with more. It's been a long And obviously, my understanding of I'm not sure if it's the right definition I should give, but a Ouija board is a device that is used you can actually talk. And you can actually, communicate with. Obviously, you don't know if it's good or bad, but I don't like to move. I don't like to play with the bad juju. Trust me. Oh God, trust me. We already seen the Evil Dead. We already know we don't play with the bad juju. Anyways, but you know what? I'm sorry. Yes, I have to nerd out about this, but yes, if you're a horror fanatic, I'm gonna say that I have to announce this. I'm actually happy that I'm going to Comic-Con Niagara Falls this June, and Bruce Campbell is gonna be there. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, literally, like, they have Bruce Campbell. He's gonna be. I'm literally want to get autographs and stuff. I'm like, yes. I'm like, yeah, Bruce Campbell, man. Army of Darkness, man. Woo. Yeah, but I'll say that wasn't my favorite. I'll say like Evil Dead 2, but it's so hard to come by.
I like the remake they did of the Evil Dead.
Whatever.
I mean, granted, that one didn't have Bruce Campbell in it, but it was a lot scarier. But his original Evil Dead,
it's still like, I'm sorry, that's exactly like Friday the 13th, or not Friday the 13th. That's exactly like Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm like, I watched the new one. I'm like, what the hell? You fucking killed Robert Englund! And like, you remember how many goddamn movies he's made of that? He's made like about 9.
Yeah.
So, like, I was actually surprised. I'm like, wow, he didn't kick the bucket by the time. But then they came out with another one. It's like Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I'm like, oh Lord! And so I'm flipping on the Netflix. Yes, guys, this is on Netflix. Anyways, and then I saw the movie Cult of Chucky recently, and I'm like, really? I watched it, and I'm like, this isn't Chucky. This isn't my Chucky I remember. I'm sorry, this isn't my Chucky. I'm like, wow. Gets away. Sorry, guys, just spoiling it. But yes, still, I'm like, wow. Yeah, some of the classics, they should really leave alone. But then, I'm a really big fan of Rob Zombie's work.
Me too.
Because my favorite Rob Zombie one that he remade was Halloween. I liked it because they actually went into detail about Michael a lot more.
They told a better story.
Yeah, they told a better story. Mind you, granted, they were only able to cover so much in two movies. But come on, Rob. You've been doing a lot of work, because I believe the last video that he actually made was 13.
Rob Zombie?
Rob Zombie. He actually directed 13. It's called 13.
Yeah.
It's called 13. And then he said, I'm not sure, Rob, don't kill me if you're watching this shit. Don't kill me. Or come in my dreams or do some crazy ass Freddy stuff. Anyways, but no, I'm actually looking forward to if he does another one to the actual Devil's Rejects. If he does like an actual. My cats those are cats. Those aren't ghosts. Just telling you Ghostbusters out there, those are no ghosts. Those are cats. Anyways, but yes. I'm just like, Echo. Okay. Anyways. Oh shit. But yeah, I seriously want them to come out with another movie from the Devil's Rejects or the House of 1,000 Corpses and stuff. Because
there's supposed to be another one in the works right now.
Yeah. I think
I'm very excited for that one.
Yeah, I watched
Did you watch Lords of Salem?
Yes.
What'd you think?
I really wasn't impressed, but you know what? It takes a lot to really get me, because as I told my girlfriend, trust me, I'm a 90s kid. I'm an 80s kid, and she's a 90s kid. So it comes like, oh, like, just like, oh my god, was that amazing? And I'm like, you know what? I've seen a lot better. I'm sorry, honey. but no, like, I'll say, probably a lot of the up-to-date ones, like the last up-to-date horror movie, not horror movie, but movie that came out, I've probably seen in theaters was The Nun.
Was that good?
Like, that's pretty much I think it's the third one for The Conjuring, but it's a prequel. It was alright, but I'll say it didn't have many jump scares, so I'm kind of like, I was around. Sorry, this makes me sound like an old guy. Okay, I was around back in the day when people were on stretchers and they were coming out of the theater for fucking Silent Hill, and I'm like, what the fuck? Literally, I'm like, what the Sorry, it was really CGI'd.
It was good though.
It was good though. I'll say it was good with Pyramid Head and everything, but I'm like, dude, sorry, as you guys don't know, I'm an avid game player, and I remember that was based off the game. So I'm like, okay, when I saw the nurses walking out, and they're like, and all CGI, and every like 4 seconds they would move, and I'm like, oh, okay. So, what about this? I go back to my theory when it comes down to slashers, because I'm like, I'm watching Friday 13th. Yes, I'm sorry. Rob Zombie, you know what? I'm sorry. That's you did a great movie. But I'm just rubbing my head because I'm like, I still don't get this idea where people are like, you know what? They're coming to kill you. They're gonna come and slash your ass. And I'm like, me, that. Okay, if I hit you with a bat, you're actually going down for at least a good 3 minutes. In that 3 minutes, I'm not going to be looking away. I'm not going to be looking away. I'm going to be looking at you and trying to get away. And at the same sense, and you know what? And if I don't care that matter, I'm going to be running the fuck the other way. So, good luck catching me. Just saying. Yeah. Oh, fuck. But I'll say, this goes back to the questions. Okay, now what age or how young were you when you really got into horror flicks and stuff? Like when you're
probably grade school.
I'm sorry, that makes me look like a pansy because I didn't get into them until I was freaking 17. So.
Oh yeah, no, I was probably 8, 9.
Wow! You make me look like a pansy because I swear to God, yes, guys, I'm a pansy. There's a game where people, I'm not sure you'll actually like it. If I'm saying if you're not a gamer, but you should actually see footage of it. They play the whole game in the whole night vision, and you can't fight back, but you have to get around everything that's coming at you. But it's called the game actually it's on YouTube, but it's called Outlast. If you've seen pretty much footage of it, it's just you trying to survive, and you can't fight back. You have to fight with night vision. It's all black. You're using night vision. It's all fucking. Yeah. I'll say this. I'm such a pussy. I'm like, I can't even play that game yet. So I'm like, people are like, come on, man, play Outlast. It's kind of almost like their, it's kind of like their initiation into gamerhood, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I think I'll stand on this side of Resident Evil. And I'm like, I watched the last Resident Evil, and I'm like, I'm sorry, you Resident Evil fans out there that really love Resident Evil, you're gonna probably hate me, but I'm just like, that's how I ended that movie. I was like. But I'll say this. I will say the last really movie that made me fucking jump. I'll say that to make me look behind myself a little bit more. You know what? That's just freaky because you know what? I should just... Where the window is, I'm like, if I'm gaming in the dark, that'll be totally freaky. I'm like, yeah. I should put a camera there just in case. Because you know what? I don't know what the fuck's behind me. Anyways. But, yeah. Probably Sinister. That scared the fuck out of me.
Sinister did?
Yeah, because I know... Have you ever seen it?
I'm pretty sure I have.
That's the one with, what's the guy's name? He's from the movie. Damn it, cat! Yes, you can see my one cat in the background. Yes, he's black. No correlation to horror stuff whatsoever, He's just standing behind me to, make sure that there's nothing behind me, that's all. But, Or he's a black cat with a white spot, so I can't tell. It could just be hidden. You know what? It's kind of like I'm undercover. I'm an undercover. Like I'm undercover. I'm gonna pretty much take over your ass in a minute. Just turn around. Mike, yeah, they're having it. Clean down fucking days. You're on. It's fucking on, buddy. But anyways, I'll say have you ever seen? It's not a paranormal. It's a vampire movie. It's called Daybreakers.
I don't think I've actually seen that one.
That's one like it had William Dafoe in it, and also had
I like Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, you should see it. I know it's not its best. I'll say I love all the vampire movies, but I'll say I'm the classic. I love Bram Stoker's Dracula with Keanu Reeves and also Anthony Hopkins and all the old school shit. I love that one growing up.
Yeah, I like those, and I liked Interview with a Vampire.
Interview with the Vampire. Actually, guys, if you guys love reading out there, you should really get into Anne Rice. She knows her shit. She's the one that wrote Interview with a Vampire, and she also wrote Queen of the Damned. Also, Lestat. She's written a lot of the vampire novels that we know today. Like, other than obviously Bram Stoker's Dracula, I'll say that. But I'll say that she actually, when it came down to literary world, she actually, when it came down to vampires, she was the one that she knew her shit. So if you guys, I'll have to recommend you guys, if you guys love vampires, you gotta look into reading Anne Rice's stuff, because I find a lot of time the books are a lot better than the movie, I find.
Have you actually read those books?
Yes. And you know what?
They're super detailed.
They're super detailed. It's kind of like reading The Fellowship of the Ring with, like, you know, nothing through monotone. Oh my god. And then Frodo turned to Sam and said, "Oh, Sam." And I'm like, and suddenly then they just walked off and did nothing. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, let's go on to Game of Thrones. And then, you know what? I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna leave it there, because sorry, the thing about books, they have so much more detail, guys. You have to be really key about getting your details right. But they can be, I find sometimes it can be dry when it comes down to the information, because they're trying to give so much in such a little thing. All right, so I was just gonna say, pretty much, like, what are some of the future upcomings that we can expect from your podcast? Like, where have you been? Do you feel like doing like videos, or actually do you have like an actual podcast, actually like an actual actual SoundCloud, like an actual iTunes? Do you have that?
Yeah, I have iTunes.
You do?
And I'm on Google Play, and
awesome.
I'm pretty much anywhere you can get podcasts.
Awesome, great. So, I
mean, obviously not YouTube yet.
No, not YouTube. It's a work in progress. We're gonna break you into it. Anyways, eventually. But anyways. So, like, what is some of the future? What do you feel like that? What are some of the changes? What do you think? What's gonna happen? Like, what are you gonna be working on soon?
Well, here in the near future, I, of course, have a whole bunch of different subjects I'm covering. I would like to start getting into video at some point. And then hopefully by this time next year, I'll be able to do live events and be able to travel a bit to do that.
All right, that's cool, because I know like even like, I don't know if like there's any, I don't know the paranormal events that are around me, but there's a real big pagan community and stuff like that. They have vendors. They always put on something. I think it's like I forget what it's called. I don't know. It's sometime in the spring or whatnot, or sometime in the summer. I can't tell when they get together. But yes, it is a real big community. I'm like, I actually went to one of these. I'm like, wow. And then, you know what? I'm like, I got so many books and I only spent $50. And I'm like, wow, this is fucking awesome, man. And I'm like, I start reading this stuff and I'm like, oh shit, I don't know half this crap. I don't know. I start getting freaked out myself. But what I was gonna say, yes, that's all. Sorry, I was gonna say that's all the time we have for today. So last question, I'll say, getting into it when it came down to iTunes and getting into podcasts, like for you, what was the hardest part, like, of doing it?
Sorry.
No problem. It's okay. It happens. Like, reaching out to my audience out there watching at home, like, what would you say was the hardest, like, what advice or what was the hardest part getting into it for you?
Personally, for me, I'm technologically handicapped. So just understanding what I had to do and how everything worked was the hardest part for me. Other than that, it's how nervous I was to start with. I'm just talking to a microphone, but I was nervous for no reason. That's hard to get over at first.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. And also, when it comes down to it, and it's like you're trying to think, okay, now I got video, I can do it. Now, how do I edit that? Or how do I properly make it look like actual... Like me, I'll say this, that's the reason why I'm not on iTunes. This is a Tubecast, guys. I do it because it's video and it's free. I'm like, I actually tried doing two podcasts and I tried to have lips in. And I'm like, my cat is talking to me. It's like, shut the fuck up. Anyways, yeah, I'm like, there's a big world. The podcasting world is a huge world out there. Because I was like, wow, there's so many people on Instagram that do podcasting. And I'm not no professional. I'm not no pro. I like to think I'm pro, but I'm no pro. But I'll say, yeah, so in 5 years from now, like, say if you're doing this for 5 years, where would you like to see yourself in 5 years?
Doing this full time. I would ideally like to put out, like, an episode every day.
But even
5 years from now, if I'm still doing it, I would love to be able to do that.
And just so you guys know, you know what, out there, yes, I'm coming from computer, but yes, if you guys don't know, yes, my lovely guest here is actually on phone, so trust me, simple things like that, you can do, like, oh shit, you can do things from your phone, like, and record it, and then upload it to something. So, it's just about getting over the ball of how to. That's the thing that's, you know, a lot of people, how to, like, it's, oh, I can do that, but it's like, how? But anyways, thank you so much for being a guest on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Alright guys, just so you know, I know it's not my favorite time, but please guys, I'm gonna actually put her Instagram link and the link to her our podcast that you can find SoundCloud in the description below. So do check her out. You know what? If you guys know that paranormal, if you know your paranormal, or if you want some sick ass, if you want some sick ass comments about, you know what? Hey, that tattoo that's awesome. If you want some good ideas, you can check her out. Maybe message her up on Instagram and ask her some things. Hey, you know what? She could probably help you out. So anyways, guys, you know what? That's no time for after day. So like I say, guys, please leave me a like because I like bacon. You like bacon. We all like bacon. Now, Peter, step the hell off because you know what? I love bacon. It makes me me. I'm not me without my bacon. Trust me, I'm Canadian. It makes sense. And my girlfriend knows that if I don't have bacon in the morning, it's not pretty. And you know what? Don't even leave a comment down below because the fact is, don't even leave a comment about the bacon because my girlfriend, she'll fight me on it. She'll say, hey, you're not pretty to begin with. And you know what? She's probably right. As we know, we have a significant other, guys. Yeah. Most of the time, I'll say 98% of the times, yeah, they're right. I know you guys are fighting that. But yes, when it comes down to me and my girlfriend, I'm 98% wrong. But yeah, it works, but I'm getting better there. So I'll see you guys in this video, guys. See you guys!